Hi guys, it's me Megan, your favourite podcaster. Today I'm going to be introducing to you a book called The Wild Robot Escapes by Peter Brown. If you want to know how much I rate this book, then you'll have to listen till the end. This book is about Roz, and this book is the second book in a 3-book series. The last time we saw Roz, she was taken away from her wild island to the place where she was made to get her repairs done, and she vowed to the animals that she would come back when she needed to. Then when she was in the place, like in the city, she was sold to a farmer and his 2 kids to help the farm, like to tend the plants, to tend the animals, and to help them do the cooking and washing and all that. Then the children helped Roz escape as they ripped out the tracker that was stored inside Roz, when if she just ran away with the tracker inside her, then she would be tracked and people would just know, oh, there's a runaway robot, let's go send the Ricos and go fetch her. So they ripped out the transmitter and put it in a shed in the farm so that the Ricos would think that she's still in the shed, she's doing what she's supposed to do and all that. After she escaped, she was caught by the Ricos in the city. Even though she took out the tracker, there were news about a robot jumping from the roof of skyscrapers. So the Ricos went after it and they knew that it was Rosum Unit 7134. And at the end, after she was caught, she was returned to her maker, who was Dr. Molivo, and got a new body. Dr. Molivo was so touched by her story that she returned Roz to her island. So the characters in the story are Roz and Brightbill, as I said in the first book. If you're listening to the podcast, then you can refer back to the book review, the first book, The Wild Robot. And if you're watching me on YouTube, then you can click the link on the top right-hand corner. It will bring you straight back to the review with the characters inside. There's also Mr. Sharif, who is the farmer who bought Roz after she got her repairs. And his children are Jaya and Jad. Jaya's a girl and Jad's the boy. And they are who helped Roz escape the tracker to go back to the island where she came from. The settings of this story is in Mr. Sharif's farm, where Roz builds a connection between the children, and at the end they helped her escape the farm to go back to where she came from, which is the Wild Island. In a city where the Ricos were chasing the runaway Roz. I know, I said that dramatically. But she was run away because after she took out her tracker, she had to go back to her island, but she had no idea how. So she took a train to a city where the Ricos found her and brought her back to Dr. Molivo. And at last, the Wild Island, where Roz reunites with her animal friends, she had made friends with in the first book. So the problem of this book is when Roz misses her friends on the island that she once lived on, she grew homesick. She told the cows about it in the animal language, and Jaya and Jad noticed it and they asked her what was wrong. She told them stories about a robot who once lived in an island with all the animals, and afterwards when they saw Roz with Brightbill, who was coming with his flock to migration, they understood that the stories were actually her and they wanted to help her go back to the island where she belonged with the animals. And, of course, the solution is when the children on Mr. Sharif's farm, who are Jaya and Jad, they helped take out her transmitter to help her escape. They helped her pull out the transmitter so that she can go free wherever part of the city and not be recognized, because in that city there were lots of helper robots to help out and she just blended in. But afterwards, she started acting like a bit unusual. She was with Brightbill, but Brightbill knows how to fly because he's a goose. And he flew like really high up, so Roz had to jump onto the skyscrapers to catch up with him. And then people started thinking that she was defective, which means that she is not like normal robot. She is controlled by something else. Like she's not acting on human orders. So people started telling Dr. Molivo, and Dr. Molivo sent out the Ricos to help find Roz. And after Roz got caught, she got a new body and she went back to the Wild Island with the help of Dr. Molivo and her airship, because Dr. Molivo was so touched by her story that she helped Roz go back to the island. There's some bits I don't really like. It's at first Roz gets activated on Mr. Sharif's farm, right? Where she works for him. The author uses about like half of the book just to explain all about the daily life of Roz on the farm. Like, oh, she tends the garden, she talks with the cows, she understands all about the farm. Like, we could have just put that in like a simpler form, like not just going on and on and on about the same, like the exact same things. But I think the connections between Jaya, Jad and Roz are great to be where they are right now. And they can also do with some more interesting scenes, like, because this book is just like a little chunk between the first book and the third book, because we could just have Roz gets reactivated and then she gets caught and then she gets brought to Dr. Molivo, she gets a new body, she returns to the Wild Island, and then there could be like a whole new adventure other than just, it's just like details for the whole entire book. I'm not saying details is a bad thing, but we could add some more adventurous like stuff and not just Rico's chasing Roz all around the city and that's it. I'd give this book a rating of, 4 out of 10. Might be a bit harsh. I minus the 6 because they actually spent too much time doing like simple routines, as I said, like just random life on the farm. And Roz just tending of the plants and sharing stories of the children. It's not really a very big thing. And as I said before, we should add more interesting scenes to the story, so to make it more adventurous and to want like more people to read the book, because people just treat it as like a missing chunk out of the whole series, and the main parts on the book 1 and book 3. But I gave them a 4 because it was like touching and triumphant when Roz returned to her beloved island, where she reunites with her animal friends, and Dr. Molivo was touched by her story about Brightbill and Fink and all the other animals on her island, and she was surprised that she learned how to learn the animal language and she was also surprised that she learned how to survive, and she learned that, it doesn't really matter. I'm different because I belong to this community. Afterwards, she helped Roz go back to her island in her big airship. The animals got reunited with Roz, as I said, and they were all happy at the end. So thanks for listening to my podcast today. I hope you listen to all of my podcasters. Stay tuned and I'll see you in my other podcasters. Bye!